Another game, another win, huge win. Set us to the final. 1-0. Had to grind this one out. Not normal belt to ass session like we've been putting on everybody else. But nonetheless, a win is a win, and we through to the final. El Clasico final at that, so that's going to be a movie. But yeah, big win, 1-0 Barcelona over Atleti. And yeah, let's get straight into it. So today we went with starting 11, went with our normal back line. And Chesney and net went with Balde left back, Koundé right back, inside two center halves. We went with Cabarsi and Nigo. And then in midfield we went Pedri, De Jong double pivot, and obviously due to the Olmo injury, we went Fermin at 10, benched Gavi today, and then went Lamine Yamal, Rafinha on the wings, rested Lewandowski, went Ferran up top. And first half we played great. First half, Lamine Yamal was ridiculous. Pedri was ridiculous. Pedri was ridiculous all game. And Lamine Yamal was ridiculous for the first 60 minutes, I think. He kind of got a knock at the 60th minute mark, like his foot or something like that. And the rest of the game, he was kind of iffy until he got subbed off at the end. He was subbed off 86 minutes, something like that, at the very end. But first half, we looked great. It looked like normal Barcelona. We created chances. We probably went up 1-0 at half. Lamine Yamal plays a beautiful pass in. Ferran makes a great run in behind. I think the keeper should have done better. Ferran came out a bit late, and Ferran was able to knock it around him 1-0, and that was the only goal of the game. And yeah, first half we created chances. We could have had more than one, but that was really it. And then that second half, bro, grind out session. I think everybody in the back line that second half. But yeah, everybody in that back line played great today. I think, especially in the second half. But Koundé was great defensively. I think Araujo came in and was just solid. Araujo, when you ask Araujo, no ball playing, no, pushing forward, holding the line, he's struggled with that a bit this year. But, we sat deep a lot. He came on late. He came on the 60-something minute. So last 20, 30 minutes of the game, he came on and we kind of were soaking up some pressure, sitting deep and just kind of sitting on that lead. And yeah, when you ask Araujo to do that, he's one of the best around still. Every time this year, there's been a couple times this year. I know Benfica game was another one where we kind of just soaked up pressure. And when you ask him to do that, I mean, he's world class. So Araujo looked great. Dealt with Sirloith, and Sirloith's been the Barcelona killer, so we dealt with him great. I think Cabarsi was solid before he went off. I guess he's still kind of carrying that knock he got at the international break, and Hansi Flick, I guess, was playing it safe with him a bit. Took him off pretty early. But he was great. Nico Martinez, solid like always. I think Balde actually was okay today, could have been a bit better, but he made some good plays defensively. It was a bit off going forward, but hey, we needed to grind out a win today. So, all I can ask for is, that defensive contribution he was able to give us today. That's great. And the subs we had first, let me look at these and make sure I don't get them out of order. Because I know Eric Garcia came on. And I thought Eric Garcia was he was all right today. Again, he was one who I thought was all right in possession. Had a few costly, I don't want to say costly, but had a few bad giveaways that, wish you could have had back. But again, natural defensive instincts, naturally a center back. So you put him in that 6-role defensive midfield. And I think he was solid. He did a good job for us today. Lewandowski ends up coming on for Ferran. Lewandowski wasn't able to do much today. Like I said, by the time he came on, we were kind of just holding on to that 1-0 lead. Gerard Martin came on for... Who was that? I think he might have came on for Cabarsi. I forgot who he came on for. But, no, he came on for Lamine Yamal. Facts. He came on for Lamine Yamal at the very end. And we just kind of we pushed Balde forward a bit and played him left back. And yeah, those were all the subs right there. Eric Garcia came on for Fermin. And yeah, like I said, I thought Eric Garcia was solid, helped us defensively today. I thought Lewandowski didn't do much, like I said. Gerard Martin he came on for maybe 10 minutes, wasn't really doing much. And yeah, Araujo was solid. So the subs I think today were cool. It was definitely more defensive minded. We were definitely just trying to hold on to that lead late. We weren't, going out trying to kill them off like we do other teams. And yeah, and as for the starters, I think I think Ferran today got his goal, so can't be too mad. I think he could have been a bit better. Like his hold up play today, I think was pretty poor. There are a few times he just kind of got bullied off the ball by center halves, and I think essentially that's why Lewandowski ended up coming in because just to be a bit more stronger on the ball. But yeah, I think he was solid though. Got his goal, great running behind, place it far post was great finish. So no complaints there. Fermin, I thought was solid today. Typical Fermin performance. Gave us a lot of energy in the midfield, run around, won some one possession back for us key times during the game. A few times, just like running around, hustling, working his ass off. Typical stuff he normally does. Had a couple good plays, couple things that didn't quite come off around the box, but like good ideas, like trying to play somebody through quick 1-2s and stuff. But yeah, I thought he was solid today. I thought maybe it was like a bit harsh to sub him off. He got subbed off pretty early. I think he might have got subbed off like before the 60th minute. It was pretty early. How many minutes did he play today? Yeah, 58. Yeah, so he got subbed off pretty early. I thought that was maybe a bit harsh. I think he was solid today. But yeah, Lamine Yamal, like I said, excellent. I think that might have been one of his better games recently. The first like 60 minutes, he was untouchable. It looked like he kind of reminded me of Messi for real. Like you could not take the ball off him. He was just gliding past people, cutting inside on his left foot, creating chances. Like he had the assist to Ferran today. He was phenomenal for like that first like 60 minutes until he got that knock, and then it was kind of just a bit so-so from there on out. But yeah, he was ridiculous today. Rafinha, I think, really was poor today. Was really poor. This was probably one of his weaker games this year, I'd say. It kind of seemed like nothing was coming off. Like, I guess we had Ferran today, so we use Rafinha more as like a in behind threat a lot of time, like running behind. He definitely drops. He has a lot of across our front three. He definitely has had the most freedom this year. We kind of have Balde with, and then he kind of is able to float, sometimes drop in, sometimes running behind. And today he was just dropping in a lot more because we have Ferran up top who gives you pace in behind instead of Lewandowski. So yeah, he was just dropping in. Nothing was coming off. Like every touch was rough. Every like quick combination 1-2 he tried to play was off. He was really poor today. He had a couple chances. I felt like he could have done better in the final third. He could have maybe scored, but yeah, he was pretty poor today. I was surprised he played a full 90. Really surprised. I think if Lamine Yamal doesn't get that knock, Rafinha probably ends up getting subbed off. But like I said, we're holding on to a 1-0 lead, and he probably kept him on for his work rate because he will work his ass off. De Jong was solid, really solid today. Like, I think he did exactly what he had to do. Especially later on in that game, kind of controlling the tempo, him and Pedri getting on the midfield and just kind of knocking the ball around, keeping Atleti off of it, and trying to calm things down, control the game, hold on to possession, not let Atleti get on the ball and create chances. So yeah, De Jong had some good plays out of possession too, breaking up. So I think he was solid today. I think Pedri was. I mean, this is just a typical Pedri. He's having, I think, an all-time great year in the midfield. It feels like every game is just a masterclass at the master. And this today was no different. I mean, just controlled the tempo, workhorse out of possession, made some key passes going forward. Like, it's just typical Pedri decision. Typical Pedri performance. I don't really know what else to say about that. And yeah, like I said, the back line is great. Overall, solid performance. Like I said, a bit different to what we normally had to do with, kind of, thugging out this game late today. But, yeah, I really got no complaints, man. On to the final, on the Madrid Clasico final. And, yeah, that is going to be crazy. But, yeah, man, definitely don't got too many complaints today. I think we were able to keep Sirloth quiet. Araujo played a big part in that when he came on late. Sirloth came on, and Araujo was able to. Sirloth came on they made like 3 subs at half. I think Sirloth came on at half for, I think it was like Simeone. I think he came on for. I know they made 3. Simeone, Azpilicueta, and who was it? And Reinildo got subbed at half. Sirloth came on at half for one of them. And yeah, we were able to keep him quiet. Julian Alvarez was really quiet today. That's a big deal because he's kind of torched us a couple of times this year, and he's been phenomenal this year, especially as of late. Griezmann, quiet. I feel like every time we catch him, he's like kind of quiet. But Yeah, man, that was just a great defensive performance. Way to grind it out, and that's games like that is what makes champions. You going to win the Champions League, going to win the league, the big trophies, and all that. You need games like this. Everybody's gonna have to grind out some games like this. We done it this game. We did it in a big game against Benfica when we went to 10 men in the Champions League in the first leg. We were able to win that game 1-0. So yeah, I mean it's just when we got to soak up pressure, being able to soak up pressure, that's going hey, the sky's the limit if we can do that. Because I don't think it's gonna be too many games. Hopefully, not good. But at the pace we've looked like we're playing at this year, it's not gonna be too many games like that. But that's what makes champions right there. Everybody's gonna have a game where they got to grind them out. And yeah, great performance today. I mean, not quite great performance. Second half could have been better. First half was a great performance. It's like typical Barcelona. The second half could have been better, but like I said, it's being able to grind out a game is something that I'm taking as a plus because we're gonna need those. So I'm not mad at it. But on the Betis at the weekend, I feel like we've been giving Betis the belt recently. I feel like the past few years. So hopefully that trend continues and we can get up out of there easy 3 points. But yeah, man, big win, El Clasico final, and whew, on we go, man. It's about to be a movie.